Kazakhstan. What do you think when you hear Kazakhstan? Well, some people wouldn't think anything, but that's hardly surprising. The country's only been independent since 1991. Not much time to make your mark on the world. Not at least if you want to be known for the right reasons. Some people might say it's one of those new Central Asian states. And that's true. In fact, it's the largest one. By area, larger than all the others put together, larger than Western Europe, and the 9th largest country in the world. It's also the most developed of the Central Asian states, with the highest per capita GDP, the highest growth rate, the highest levels of inward foreign investment, and by far the most varied natural resources and manufacturing industry. Hear the name Kazakhstan, and you might think of ancient Silk Road cities, or nomads roaming across the Eurasian steppe. And you'd be right there too. Kazakhstan has a rich history and traditional culture, which independence has given it a chance to discover anew. All of these things are true, but there are some things about Kazakhstan that may come as a surprise. That it has a brand new capital, the world's newest capital, and the public face of a new Kazakhstan. That it has the most stable and most developed banking system in the former communist world, including Eastern Europe. That it is a multi-ethnic secular democracy with freedom of religion and freedom of conscience. That it has a government committed to economic diversification and the creation of conditions conducive to business development and inward investment in all sectors of the economy. This is modern Kazakhstan. We're flourishing and we're open for business. Located at the very centre of the Eurasian landmass, Kazakhstan is a big country. It has a population of 15 million, over half of which is urban, but the country is so large that the average population density is only 6 people per square kilometre. The Kazakhs, the country's largest ethnic group and original inhabitants, make up over half the total population. The Russians account for about another third, but in all, there are over 100 distinct ethnic groups in Kazakhstan, representing many different cultures and many of the world's major religions. In 2003, on the initiative of the Kazakh government, the Congress of World and Traditional National Religions took place in Astana, demonstrating that different faiths can find common ground and live together in peace. Modern Kazakhstan is a community of many diverse peoples living in harmony as equal citizens of one nation. Kazakhstan is a unitary presidential republic. It is a pluralistic democracy and has a 2-chamber parliament, located in the country's thriving new capital, Astana. Formerly a regional centre in the north of the country near the principal mining and manufacturing centres, Astana became the capital in 1997. Currently, its population is 500,000, but it's growing fast, more than twice as fast as the most optimistic predictions, and the new capital attracts ambitious young people from all over the country. Transport, communications, industry and infrastructure are all developing rapidly. The city is a giant construction site, where the most advanced building technology is being used to implement cutting-edge architectural projects. To accelerate the growth of the new capital, a free economic zone has been created in the city. Astana is the symbol of an independent Kazakhstan confidently following the path of progress. And, to the people of Kazakhstan, the phrase Astana's development is Kazakhstan's development is not just a slogan, but a reality. The former capital, Almaty, with a population of nearly 2 million, remains the country's largest commercial, financial and cultural centre. Nestling in the foothills of the snow-capped Zalisky Alatau Mountains, it's loved by its residents for its mild climate and picturesque natural setting. It has a multitude of theatres, concert halls, sports facilities, restaurants and a well-developed entertainment industry. In the mountains just above the city, Chimbalak Ski Resort with its first-class piste and Medeo with its huge outdoor ice skating rink provide excellent winter sports facilities, and for the more adventurous, the spectacular Charan Canyon and Altin Yemal Desert Reserve are just a few hours' drive away. Aktau, on the Caspian Sea, is the country's largest port. Not only that, it is a dynamically developing free economic zone. and it's here that Kazakhstan continues to increase its tanker and its cargo fleets. Baikonur, in the south, is one of the best-known sites in Kazakhstan, for this was the Soviet Union's premier space launch center. It was from here that the first artificial space satellite was launched in October 1957, and of course the first man in space in 1961. Today, Baikonur launches spacecraft and satellites from all over the world, and Kazakhstan remains one of the few nations in the world capable of launching all existing types of spacecraft. Despite Kazakhstan's size, visitors will have no problems travelling around the country and finding suitable accommodation. The major centres are well connected by air, rail and motorway networks, and on arrival you can choose between hotels of all grades and price brackets. Even off the beaten track, clean, comfortable accommodation can always be found. The airports in Almaty and Astana meet the most stringent world standards, and regional airports are being reconstructed and technically improved. The largest airlines of the world fly to Kazakhstan, and the country's entire transportation and hotel infrastructure is continuously being expanded and modernized. Kazakhstan is not only a destination for business travelers. With its size, wide variety of unspoiled wilderness and rich cultural heritage, Kazakhstan is a gift to the tourist. There are ancient Silk Road cities in the south, spectacular mountains in the south and east, Siberian forests in the north, and between them all, huge lakes like Balkhash with its mix of fresh and salt water, broad rivers like the Ili and the Irtish, as well as empty deserts, an endless broad steppe. For cultural tours, for adventure tourism, or for outdoor sports, Kazakhstan is a huge, unspoiled, and as yet largely untapped resource, and the development of tourism is one of the priorities of the government of Kazakhstan in its strategy for diversification of the economy. Kazakhstan is justly renowned for its oil and gas resources, developed with Western partners like Chevron Texaco, British Gas and Ajip. It's also rich in other minerals and is a leading country not just in the CIS but in the world in proven reserves of coal, copper, zinc, chrome, silver, wolfram, phosphorites, barite, molybdenum, cadmium, bismuth and asbestos, among others. Because of this rich mineral wealth, Kazakhstan's economy has to date been heavily dependent on the extraction and export of raw materials. Kazakhstan's government is committed to changing this through diversification of the economy, development of high value-added production and the development of its transport infrastructure to the highest standards. To this end, the government has adopted a strategy for industrial innovation and development, with a clear emphasis on expansion of competitive and export-orientated production and development of the service industry sector, a strategy that welcomes the participation of foreign investment. There are excellent opportunities for investment in the rapidly developing economy of Kazakhstan. It's the most advanced of all CIS countries in the development of free market economy, and government regulation has been reduced to a reasonable minimum. Tax regulations, for example, provide investors with a range of tax breaks and privileges. The country also has a strong financial system. The currency is the tenge, which the National Bank intends to make completely convertible by 2007. Unlike most CIS countries, Kazakhstan's banking system has enjoyed steady development without crises. Moreover, as frequently noted by the international banking community, Kazakhstan's banking system is the most developed and stable not only of the former Soviet Union countries, but of the countries of Eastern Europe too. Kazakhstan plans to fully develop the banking sector to world standards by 2007. The government's goal of developing competitive high value-added production will concentrate on the existing processing, engineering and food industries and on light industry, meeting world quality standards in these economic sectors. It is, for example, developing cluster systems that will accumulate labour and natural resources in high priority industries. Particular emphasis will be placed on IT and high technology. National science and technology parks have been established and continue to be established, concentrating highly skilled scientific and engineering personnel in the key spheres. The Almaty Technological Park, for example, has been created to develop IT technology and is also a free economic zone. The government of Kazakhstan has created a new system of administration, the National Innovation System, which provides a favourable fiscal and regulatory framework to develop new technology and light the path to a new economy. In the sphere of agriculture, Kazakhstan has traditionally produced a wide range of agricultural products due to its varied natural conditions and a vast area of arable and pasture land. In 2004, all agricultural land was turned over to private ownership. Agricultural raw materials and finished agricultural products are produced both by small farms and by large agro-industrial organizations. A high level of in-house processing is especially encouraged. The government's goal for the coming years is to achieve a level of agricultural output similar to that of the countries of Eastern Europe, sharply increasing its output of ready-to-eat products conforming to world standards. This is particularly important as the country prepares to enter the World Trade Organization in 2005. Modern Kazakhstan is a country of universal literacy. It has a universal and comprehensive grade school system, specialized secondary and higher education, and a wide network of other educational and scientific institutions. The government is implementing a range of programs aimed at providing all sectors of the population with an equal chance of higher education based on ability. There are also a good number of kindergartens, grade schools, and institutes of higher education focused on teaching in the major foreign languages. Kazakhstan has a well-developed system of social welfare, including state medicine, social security, and retirement insurance. An accumulation pension system has been adopted, giving a free choice of either state or private pension funds. It is believed that, at the present time, everyone in the country who needs medical treatment or social welfare receives it. The National Fund, also named the Fund for Future Generations, has been established in Kazakhstan to guarantee the implementation of social welfare policy whilst maintaining the standard of living of all Kazakhstani people should there be a sudden drop in world market prices of raw materials. Since independence, Kazakhstan has also had an opportunity to reclaim its traditional language and culture, and is doing so actively. This does not mean, however, that the country is backward-looking. Rather, while strengthening its roots, it readily embraces modernity, maintaining a balance between traditional and modern, national and global. It is a multi-ethnic and multilingual society, in which all nationalities and cultures flourish without restraint. Kazakhstan is a country in which different religions, ethnicities and cultures live side by side in peace and harmony. It is a new republic which is proud of its diversity and committed to a society in which every person's honour and dignity are respected. It's also a country truly open to mutually beneficial, long-term cooperation with all individuals, organisations and countries of the world. Kazakhstan. We're open for business and we look forward to seeing you.